Hello YouTube, welcome to tutorial about if-else statements. So what they are and when we are going to use them? Well, every time when you have some kind of checks to determine if something is right or wrong, you will use if-elses. And based on that check, you will do something or you will not do something. So let me explain into one simple example here. Like we have a number, so it's totally on us to define that. We have a number which is, for example, 5. Now, if number is 5 in our check, we will print operation from above is true or it's correct. So let me type that, if, and inside of brackets we will use that check. Okay, so if number equals 5, and you will probably notice here that we are using two equality symbols. So one equality symbol means that we are just hooking these things together. We are like putting this into number, and down there we are using these two symbols to compare them. Okay, so we are comparing if this number in reality really that. Now please note that here and here we can use totally different numbers, and we are going to do that in the continuation of tutorial, but just bear with me here. Okay, so this is check, and based on that check something needs to be done, and we will use curly brackets to say what's gonna be happening. So in this case, for simplicity reasons, we'll just echo operation from above is true or is correct. It's totally up to you. Now here is the question. If this is correct, what will happen if this is not correct? Okay, so we need to have like backup alternative. This is fine, but what if it's not fine? What if this number is something else? Well, we need to have backup. How to state backup? Well, using else. So else, and then again operation, and we said that operations we will put it into what's the term here? Not ugly, but curly braces. Yeah, curly braces. So operation will be like number is not 5. Okay, and let's save this. And now when I press refresh here, the result will be operation from above is true. Why? Because these two numbers are same. But let's change this number here, for example, to 10. And now this is obviously wrong. So our check is wrong. So this will not work, but this will work, because this is alternative which will be activated if this is not correct. So this is actual reality, and this is our check, and check is wrong. Okay, so let's now refresh our page, and number is not 5, and that's pretty much it. That's reality. Now, of course, you can change things here, like you can even use strings. Why not? So let's say I'm gonna use str here, and then down there let's use it, and string will be up here, for example, something. So if string is, for example, something in a check, now operation from above is true, that will be activated, and alternative will be, for example, they are different. They are different, okay. And let's now refresh our kind of program, and operation from above is true, because something in check is really same like something from reality. You can put whatever you like here, like I don't know, let's say John, and down there let's say Maria. So obviously Maria and John are different things, I mean persons. So here this part will be activated, because Maria is not the same thing as John. Maria in check is not same as John in reality, in our variable. Okay, so refresh, and they are different, and let's use them as the same, and now only this part of code will be activated. Operation from above is true. Okay, so that's kind of stupid theory. Let's actually do something useful here. So see this form from a couple of last tutorials. Let's simplify it. Okay, let's remove this and let's use here a name here in a check if else statement. I mean into check. So let me type it like this. If open normal brackets get name equals, for example, John, and then something need to be done like echo John is entered. John comes from form. Okay, and else, that's backup alternative. Else what we will say is you entered something different. Okay, and now we need to go to our actual form. What was it? Form.html. And oh yeah, we need to remove this from form from actual HTML file. So let me do that right here, and the thing will work now. So let me refresh. Okay, so name, and let's say we will put here Samantha. And now when we pass this with submit button to grab things.php, what's gonna happen is, oops, error, let me see, error is in grab things, what I'm doing here wrong. Oh yeah, semicolon, sorry about that. Let's reload our example, Samantha, submit, and you entered something different from John. But if we enter John, okay, then submit, John comes from form. So that's true. Okay, you can practice this a little bit, but the thing is very simple. So let me explain. Let's delete this. You have some kind of variable. Okay, and that variable is something. And then down there you're opening if, and inside of brackets you're stating that variable is less or more or same as, for example, something, and based on that you are doing some operation. I will just type stupid pseudocode here, like do some stuff, and if this will not work, then you're saying else, do something else. So you can have as many of ifs you like, and you have only one else at the bottom. So basically we will practice about this in the next tutorial too, but I don't want to go, you know, to 15 minutes of tutorials. So anyway, thank you for watching. Just remember that this was a kind of silly pseudo code, and practice with you know, codes from like couple of minutes ago when we are doing things from form, when we are grabbing things from form. Right, so anyway, I definitely need to explain this a little bit more because I want you guys to realize this. So thank you for watching, and see you next tutorial.